Hello guys. This is Real Recaps. In this video, I will talk about a 2022 psychological period drama film, The Wonder. Before we start, I hope you guys will like and subscribe to the channel. The film opens with Elizabeth Wright, an English nurse, who served in the Crimean War, is sent to a rural village in 1862, Ireland, where she is tasked with observing a young girl, named Anna O'Donnell. She stays in lodgings, owned by local landlord, John. The next morning, she meets the council, along with a nun, Sister Michael. Both of them will take turn observing the girl, with 8 hours shift. It is said that the girl has not eaten for 4 months. She travels to the O'Donnell homestead, and meets the deeply religious family of Anna, her elder sister, Kitty, mother, Rosaline, and father, Malachi. A skeptical Elizabeth learns that Anna receives visitors keen to witness a miracle. The visitors also would put the money in a poor box. Elizabeth then meets Anna, performing brief checkup on her. Anna appears in good health, and claims she has been kept alive by consuming manna from heaven. At dinner, Elizabeth notices a family photograph featuring a young man. Rosaline explains it is her late son. From the conversation, we also learn that Elizabeth is a widow and lost a child too. Back in the lodgings, Elizabeth expresses her frustration within a situation to John. In her room, she takes a spoon of liquid opioids as a sleeping aid. After taking Anna to walk outside, Elizabeth makes a thorough search in Anna's room in case she is hiding foods. To ensure the observation to be more effective, Elizabeth asks Dr. McBurney to restrict Anna's visitors to prevent them from secretly bringing in food. In her lodgings, Elizabeth also encounters William, a local man who now works as a journalist for the Daily Telegraph. William has been sent to report on the story and appears to be frustrated that he is not allowed to interview Anna. Observation of Anna's condition reveals no evidence of deception. Elizabeth strikes up a friendship with the young girl, giving her a pet name, Nan, after Anna teases her about her own name. Elizabeth also reveals that her mother used to call her as Lib. Elizabeth encounters William once again. In their conversation, William believes that the whole thing is a hoax, speculating someone must benefit from this. Eventually, Elizabeth decides to take one more step further, forbidding Anna from physically being in touch with her family members. Meanwhile, Elizabeth starts getting closer to William. She also grows more concerned with Anna, with her losing a tooth. Kitty later tells Elizabeth that she and William had once been close, and that after he was sent away to school, his family perished in the Great Famine after boarding themselves into their home to avoid the shame of public death. Back to her lodgings, she makes an eye contact with William, and they both end up having intimate time. During her pillow talk with William, it is revealed that her husband isn't dead, but left her after their child passed away. Elizabeth finally allows William to meet Anna, where they have a brief conversation, and ends with William giving her a thou match rope. As Anna getting weaker, Elizabeth fails to convince Rosaline to feed her. She also learns that Malachi cannot intervene, as Anna made him promise not to ask her to eat. She also receives no support from Dr. McBurney, who speculates that Anna might be converting sunlight into energy. Desperate to save Anna, Elizabeth attempts to force-feed her, but she refuses sustenance. William meets Anna and Elizabeth again, at a place nicknamed as the Holy Well. William informs Elizabeth that he has already filed his report to his paper, titled Murder by Degrees, in which he lays the blame for Anna's expected death on her family and the community. Shortly after, Anna collapses. Her condition gets worse, and she ends up on a wheelchair. Eventually, Elizabeth deduces that the manna that Anna referred to is chewed food fed into her mouth from her mother's kisses. She reveals this to Anna, who tells Elizabeth the reasons for her fast. It turns out that her older brother repeatedly raped her, before dying shortly afterwards of a mysterious illness. She attributed it to God's wrath, and Rosaline told her she held Anna responsible for her brother's death. Anna believes that by sacrificing her life, she will free her brother's soul from damnation. After revealing the whole thing to William, Elizabeth calls a meeting of the council and informs them of her findings about Anna's mother feeding her, but they refuse to believe her. Sister Michael asserts that she found no evidence of Rosaline feeding Anna. When they bring Anna in and ask her about it, she denies it too. The council concludes the meeting, but the watch continues as Elizabeth reluctantly agrees, while Father Thaddeus tells the dying girl that he will offer a mass for her the following night, to pray for her recovery. The next day, Elizabeth tells Rosaline that she lost her only child shortly after it was born and implores her to spare Anna a similar fate. Rosaline rebuffs her, claiming that God has chosen Anna. Elizabeth meets with William and devises a plan to help Anna escape in order to save her. After the family leaving for the mass, Elizabeth tells Anna to believe that Anna will die, but that a new little girl, Nan, will live. She brings her, on the verge of death, to a nearby holy well, and tells her that Anna may go to God. She closes her eyes and appears to die, before reviving. Elizabeth feeds her and returns to the house. She then sets the house on fire and ends up with her hand caught on fire too, before putting it out. Elizabeth meets with the council and tells them Anna died of natural causes, before Elizabeth accidentally knocked over a lamp, causing the fire. They release her from her obligations. She is also told that she is only allowed to leave once the head constable allows her. Before returning to Dublin, she meets Sister Michael, who tells her she left the mass early and saw what she believes was a vision of an angel, and Anna on horseback, leaving the area. Elizabeth promises her that Anna leaves for a better place. The scene then shows Kitty reading newspaper, revealing that Anna is declared dead and no one is held accountable. Elizabeth is then shown leaving the village. In Dublin, Elizabeth meets with William and Nan, who has recovered her health. They then take a picture together. Boarding a ship bound for Sydney, the three pose as a family named Cheshire, with Anna is now known as Nan, and set sail. The end. Thanks for watching.